In a city of 8 million people, what are the odds that the perfect two will meet?
Where you running off to?
I got a date tonight.
Good for you. You got right back out there, huh, kid?
Nothing heals a broken heart like a brand new booty.
Tommy is dating Maria.
I cannot imagine my 6th grade teacher going out on dates, getting drunk, taking guys home.
Why?
I don't know, maybe because she was a nun?
Who's divorced from Benjamin.
I have gained 15 pounds since the divorce.
Whoa.
15. Okay?
Yes.
Now, I think we should consider getting back together, if for no other reason than my health.
Who's in love with Ashley.
I'm really a savage.
I know enough savages already.
Yeah, but I'm a savage with a very sweet side.
Who's just met Griffin.
So is this your father?
No, this is Griffin, my dentist.
How did you end up with this guy that you're with anyway?
Well, I was just sitting in the park one day by school.
Are you a model?
Who's married to Annie.
Flowers, what's the occasion?
I need an occasion to buy flowers for my wife.
Usually.
Who's perfect for Tommy.
So are you from New York originally?
Yeah, Queens.
That's not really New York, is it?
Quiet in front. Traffic cells. And rolling. And action.
Paramount Classics presents a new film from writer, director, and actor Edward Burns, starring Rosario Dawson, Dennis Farina, Heather Graham, David Krumholtz, Brittany Murphy, and Stanley Tucci in Sidewalks of New York.
It's a story of 6 New Yorkers from 6 different socioeconomic backgrounds who are all connected through some sort of relationship or sexual liaison. I kind of tried to make Tommy something of sort of like an old school guy.
Do you want kids?
Yeah, you know I want kids. We've already discussed it. He's dying to get married, dying to have kids.
Guess what? Not ready.
He can't meet a woman that seems to want and respect the same things that he wants. Annie is the Upper East Side, kind of sheltered, conservative, a little bit of a prissy character, and she's the one that feels most alone.
I mean, look, if our sex life wasn't great, would you come to me and talk about it so we could work on it?
Yes.
Or would you just have an affair?
Griffin is an animal. He lives by a different code.
So what do you say? Will you let me take you out sometime, or
Are you married?
married? Why do you say that? Where do you get that from, that I'm married?
Because you have a ring on your finger? Isn't that a ring?
Yeah. Well, technically I'm married, yeah, but I'm not really married.
You know, and that's all right with him. He doesn't make any excuses for it.
Maria Tedesco. She is a divorced 6th grade teacher from Staten Island.
So what about you? Have you been on a lot of dates since the divorce?
Have you ever heard of a born-again virgin? She's been divorced for about a year, and she's kind of still getting over it. She hasn't gone into another relationship.
You must be Maria.
Yeah, you must be,
The man who taught him everything he knows. Well, I think Carpo is a guy who's gotten to a certain point in his life and he's very comfortable in his own skin. Tommy, take a look at me, baby.
No, you're an animal.
I'm an animal. And I think that he thinks he's very wise about how relationships work and don't work. You know, whether he's right or wrong, I really don't think in this case makes a difference.
Ben has sort of learned from his mistakes and is very self-deprecating and feels very bad about his failed marriage. And so he's trying to make amends with himself. And so his heart is really in the right place. Oh, hey, how you doing? How's it going?
Good. Do I know you?
You don't remember? I was in the coffee shop earlier today.
Oh, that's right.
You remember? For having been married already, he's still a boy. There was a moment there where you were looking at me and you were smiling.
Ashley's a 19-year-old. She's from Iowa. She lives in New York, and she works in a coffee shop. She's a coffee shop waitress, and she's having an affair with a married man.
The man is what, 39 years old? How old are you? You're 19. When you were in 5th grade, he was 32. Or like when he was my age, you were just being born.
And then she falls in love with a lovely young musician doorman.
I wanted to go back and do something that felt more like the McMullen Experience, where there was really no outside interference, and it was just me and my crew and the actors. And because on Private Ryan, Spielberg used handheld cameras and available light, I saw how quickly and efficiently you know, he could make that film. I started to think, well, maybe I could sort of use that kind of technique with my kind of films, and that's kind of how the idea of doing the film as sort of a pseudo-documentary came about.
Take 3, Margaret.
You can be a little more creative and experimental and try new things, and you know, you can get a more raw feeling. It's not as polished feeling, and you know, you get more freedom.
Excuse me. Are you the real estate agent?
Yes. Hi, Annie Matthews. Nice
Hey,
to meet you.
how are you? Tommy. You know, as much time as I've spent on the script and know those characters, you know, when you have good actors, they do their work and inhabit those characters in a way that I just can't.
And action.
So what does that mean, that I can't be friends with him too, or?
No, but your loyalty should be to Hillary because you knew her first.
So a lot of times they'll come to me with great suggestions. And, you know, again, as the director, you need to know when to listen to those and respect those, and other times, you know, you have to know when to just say, hey, come on, let's just do what's on the page.
It's lucky when you have like a really excellent director like Eddie, you know, because he's great that he knows what he wants.
I would go less like uptight and more like angry a little bit.
Eddie also knows what he wants and how he's going to edit it, so he'll do one shot of a scene. You know, usually, like, you know, the way he's doing with the handheld, you know, he'll cover both characters in one shot. It's like kind of like all happening at once, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
We got one more?
You could not make this film anywhere else. I mean, because a big part of it is the fact that, you know, it has to do with those chance encounters on the street. You walk 5 blocks, you're going to pass, you know, over 1,000 people.
You shouldn't be flirting with you if you're married.
No, you shouldn't.
There's something also very erotic in that, and in those chance encounters.
But that's a great thing about New York. You walk down the street, right, and you encounter like 1,000 potential sexual partners every day. You know, a walk to the deli can be very erotic.
The movie is like nothing I've ever seen before.
There's endless, just really almost accidental moments in the whole picture that are just so beautiful.
You're not from New York, right?
No, I'm from Iowa.
Iowa, okay.
Yeah.
I was in Atlanta once.
Yeah.
When I watch the film, it doesn't feel like I'm watching characters that were scripted.
Why don't we, we go in here, get a cup of coffee, and we can talk, and...
You don't know him from a hole in the wall. He could be a sexual deviant. I know something.
You get to kind of see people's choices and how they live out and the consequences of them. He was renting Breakfast at Tiffany's. Breakfast at Tiffany, okay, yeah. Well, he's gay.
I think it shows how different age groups deal with relationships.
Just this wonderfully revealing story of different people and how they touch each other's lives.
Are you having an affair?
Why would you ever even think that I would do such a thing?
Are you flirting with me?
I was hoping it was kind of obvious, but I guess I'm not doing that good a job. If you divorce this guy, you call me that day, I'll jump on a plane no matter where I am in the country. I'll fly back here, I'll take you out that night.
Sidewalks of New York.
I wanted to know if you would go to dinner with me on Saturday night.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.